Welcome to Repro Products' corporate office. Here we offer several types of services at our company. We have print services, 3D laser scanning services, an Autodesk software sales division, wide format division, Xerox office and production division, as well as drone aerial imaging. We have actually two families, Repro Products and TCS, the color spot. For our print services division, we have small format color and copies, large format scanning, digital plan room, facilities management, large format black and white, and large format color functionality. We also have, for the small format color copies, black and white in color, 1 or 2 sided, collate and fold. We have choice of bindings, color prints up to 12 by 18, and CD/DVD creation. For our large format scanning, we have the ability to preserve the integrity of your data, to reduce your storage space, and to protect from loss due to water or fire. So let us scan your content. For our digital plan room, we have the ability to secure all of your digital content in a safe manner. For our facility management division, we have the ability to have you work with us since we've been around since 1979. And under our large format black and white, we have copy print up to 60 inches wide, full and half sizes, a large or reduced size, bond, vellum, or film, and choice of bindings. For full color copy and print, we have the ability to reduce your time and error with color CDs, and as much as 80%, 78%, and 65%. Wide format division. We offer a ton of wide format equipment solutions for the industry's top providers. HP, KIP, PageWide, HP, so on. We have our software and technical sales division as well, so we do software training and implementation for many of the products. We have a Xerox multifunction division, and we are actually Atlanta's exclusive Xerox agent. We have received multiple awards, both individually and jointly, for all of our community services. So please stop in when you can. Welcome everyone, this is Zan Ta with Repro Products. Today's video is on what's new in Revit 2023, in particular the work plane enhancement functionality. I have Revit 2023 open and a 3D model open with a section box hidden. And if we zoom into this view, we can see that there's a coffee table here. Perhaps we want to put in an image similar to what we did here with the TV. The way we did it over here was we placed it via decal. But I want to try to place it over here on the coffee table using the new functionality of work planes. If we head over to the Architecture tab, Work Plane panel, we can go down the road of selecting the little black arrow, and we can go the traditional method of clicking Set Work Plane, pick a plane, and then pick the plane and we're done. Or you can now just click Pick a Plane right here. When you do this, it's going to want to have you select a surface. So depending on what you're trying to pick, you may need to zoom in carefully because you might accidentally do something like this. So watch where the highlighted face is going to be. So once I select it, it creates it. You don't initially see it until you click Show. Now that you've set it to show, you can zoom in and you can touch it. Then they have the nodes that you can click and pull to adjust the shape of it. Now, the shape of it is a little interesting because there is a work plane grid spacing, and the default for some reason is 4 feet. What that means is it's a minimum size. So if I change this to 6 inches, then that means that I can push and pull these nodes all the way until it gets to 6 inches, and that's as far as I can go. If I were to set this to say 2 feet, then that means that as this pulls out and it's larger than 2 feet, I'm fine. but if I go less than 2 feet, it holds at the 2 feet. Okay, so just be aware that that grid spacing value, that's what that's for. Once you've created the plane and you've massaged it to the size that you want, if we go over to set plane now and click set work plane just to see what we've got, up here where it says specifying new work plane, it automatically made a work plane for us called the name of the family, and the name of the work plane that it creates is the same name as the family. Now, the reason I bring this up is because if I head over to, say, a section view, and I decide to create my own reference plane here, I say click reference plane, pick that point, drag that out here, and then we give it a name, RP of coffee table by Zahn. That way we know the name of it is completely different than that of what was automatically generated with the new command. If we go look at this in 3D and we say set the plane, set work plane, and we look at the drop down list, now you can see that you still have your work plane, but you also have the reference plane here. Okay, so just be cognizant that you could do one or the other, and you will have limitations with one or the other. Once we've done this, we still have this work plane set. We want to introduce a CAD file or an image right there. If I go to the Insert tab of the ribbon, I cannot import an image. I still have to do the traditional decal and go to decal types and create one. So if I go in and I say create a new decal, call it coffee table image decal, and we browse to a file to work with. Just pick this one and hit OK. We've created it. Now we can place the decal, as you can see in the type selector. And when I go to place it, if I just go to place it, it's going to do this. And if we zoom in carefully, we can see where it's placed. We can touch it and move it and adjust it. We can rotate it. And then if we go to, say, the plan view, we may have to switch to a realistic visual style. We can see what it looks like. And then again, as typical images and decals, you can make adjustments to the properties and then place it wherever you need. And you can also use the arrow key too to nudge. Let's go back to the 3D view. That's placing an image on that plane. I'm going to select that plane again, and just for the sake of visual, I'm pulling it out here. What if I want to put in a CAD file? One of the new enhancements with the reference planes for 2023 is you have the ability to put in vector-based content. You have to be careful though, because what I found out is this. When I go to the Insert tab, Import CAD File, the new function doesn't show up down here unless you pick a specific type. So for example, if I pick the CAD file that I want to bring in, it's a DWG file. The new functionality is not here. It doesn't apply to DWG files. It doesn't apply to DXF files. It doesn't apply to AXM files. It does, however, work with SAT files. So here it says place at. So here you can place it on the countertop if you have a SAT file. Now, I don't have a SAT file, so I can't do this. Other file types to be aware of: DGN files don't give you that new functionality. Object files do. Rhino files do. SketchUp files do not. And lastly, STL files do. So depending on the file types that you have available to work with to bring in, you may or may not be able to use this additional new functionality with the work planes. So in the end, if the initial assignment is to say, I need an image to be placed on that plane, you could do it the traditional way with the creating a decal and placing it on the face. Where the new work plane enhancements comes into play is for you to have the ability to pick a plane right away here instead of having to go into this dialog box. You can just as easily just type in PK as a keyboard shortcut. And that's it. Those are the enhancements to the workplane functionality within Revit 2023. As usual, if you have any questions, just reach out to me and I'll help you out. And thank you very much for watching.